Gran Turismo is a racing simulation game developed by Polyphony Digital and was published by Sony Computer Entertainment for the PlayStation Portable. According to Wikipedia, it was announced at E3 in 2004, but following that announcement, the game went through 5 years of delays and speculation. Following the announcement, Polyphony shipped 4 titles: Gran Turismo 4, Tourist Trophy, Gran Turismo HD, and Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. The PSP version finally made its reappearance at E3 in 2009, where it was released as one of the launch titles for the PlayStation Portable Go. So, why did the developers take so long to release this title? Well, it was a challenge to make this game because they wanted it to be a fully fledged Gran Turismo game, and that means they had to fit the game in a very small memory space. Another reason was that they had to develop the game for 2 different consoles at the same time, the PlayStation Portable and the PSP Go. Development was also slowed due to their priorities being focused on Gran Turismo 4 on the PlayStation 2 and Gran Turismo 5 on the PlayStation 3. Gran Turismo is the 4th best-selling game on the PSP console. Let's get into the music and the sound. Parts of the game are narrated by American TV show host and car enthusiast Jay Leno, and it is reported that he considered it an honor to have his voice in the game. He has a huge collection of cars and purchased the tank car, which is featured only in Gran Turismo 4, Gran Turismo 5, and Gran Turismo 6. He purchased the car for $125,000 from Randy Grubb, a glass specialist responsible for designing and making the car. From revving your engine to hearing your tires screech around tight corners, the sound effects in the game are very realistic. The music tracks, in all honesty, they're okay. There's house music, dubstep, and a remake of the band Phoenix's Listomania. There are 35 music tracks, but only one will play per race, so they play on repeat and it can get annoying, especially if you're playing several laps. You can choose up to 99 laps in this game. I can't imagine suffering through one song that many times. However, there is a way to add any music you want and have it play in the background. Just don't ask me how. I don't know how to do it, but there are a ton of tutorials online on how to do it, and that's pretty awesome. There are 3 main modes to play: single race, drift trial, and time trial. There are also challenges similar to licenses in the mainline series, where you will complete certain tasks like driving around tight corners in the shortest amount of time possible and racing against super fast Japanese race cars in a short portion of a track. The challenges are very fun in my opinion. They do a great job of teaching you how to play the game, and they are a great way to add up credits, the game's form of currency, very quickly, and there are a lot of them, over 100 in this game, to try to master. The general goal of this game is to collect as many cars as possible, and you do that by racking up as many credits as possible as quickly as possible. I just said possible a lot. Single race. After selecting a single race, as the name suggests, you will play a single race, and when it's done, you will be sent to a menu with the results of the race, and then have to choose what race you want to play next. The game would certainly be better with a career mode in my opinion. Drift trial is where you test your driving skills. It's not really for me. If I'm going to drift in a racing game, I'm going to play Ridge Racer personally. That said though, I think there are a lot of people who probably enjoy it. Time trial is exactly what it sounds like. You drive through a race by yourself and the game will create a ghost car of you and project the ghost on the track exactly how you raced the last lap so that you can try to beat your own time. I think this mode is great for getting better at hitting tight turns and seeing your driving habits to help you improve. The game also features a multiplayer mode with 3 modes: standard, shuffle, and party race. Standard is classic head-to-head racing. In the shuffle mode, you don't know what car you're getting for the race. And in party race, one player gets a head start as a handicap. All these modes sound really fun to me. I would love to play online. You could also trade cars to bolster your collection of cars faster. I did come across a thread on Reddit where people said there was a Discord server to play Gran Turismo on the PSP online, which is pretty cool. I like to imagine that people are playing together online again. I really enjoy how each car controls so differently. For example, the Subarus control better than other cars on the off-road tracks in my opinion. It controls like the mainline Gran Turismo games for the most part. The cars have a lot of weight to them and you have to rely on precision when braking and turning. The tiniest little error will send you into a sand pit. Another cool feature in this game is that you can remap every single button to whatever you want it to be. For example, the game automatically assigns shifting to up and down on the D-pad, which I didn't find very comfortable, so you can actually change that to L and R, which in my opinion feels a lot better. The lack of a career mode and the ability to upgrade your vehicle level is most likely a detriment for some hardcore Gran Turismo players. Adding a drift mode to this game isn't enough to make up for it in my opinion. It's no secret that the graphics in the Gran Turismo series are gorgeous, and this game is no exception. The depth and detail from every inch of the racetracks and the environments to the cars that are recognizable at a glance are exceptional. Most people that interacted with me on my channel thought that this was a PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 game, which speaks to the graphical capabilities of the PSP and the skill level of the developers. There is some pop-in with the visuals, meaning chunks of the environment can just pop up instantly from being invisible. Personally, pop-in doesn't matter to me in this game, and as in most PSP games, some of the mountains and hills and things like that can appear as blobby at times. There are over 800 cars in the game to purchase and collect. That's a lot of cars. There are also 45 racetracks to race on, and that's not including 27 of those tracks which you can race in a mirrored version, the same track but backwards. And you also get ranked separately for the mirrored tracks. Trying to rank higher in the single race mode is pretty thrilling. The first races are fairly easy to get first place in, but watching the racer in first place while you are closely behind the whole time will have you on the edge of your seat trying to get that first place. The challenge mode offers a reason to come back. I found myself playing the challenges over and over, attempting to reach the gold rank and earn a ton of extra credits. You could set any race from 1 to 99 laps, and the more laps you set, the higher the credit amount you receive. A small complaint I have is that they changed the way you purchase cars from the mainline series. For example, in the mainline series you can purchase any car whenever you want, whereas in this game there are only 4 manufacturers to choose from at any given time, with a limited selection as well for most of the dealers. These options change every 2 days in the game. In summary, the main incentive is to complete the car collection or to achieve gold rank in the challenges, but I did find that the challenges do really, again, I know I repeat myself, but they add a lot of credits very quickly. All of these things add a lot of replayability to the game. The main purpose and vision for this channel is to give you, the viewer, enough information and an idea of what the game is about so that you can decide if the game is worth your time. And in this case, I fully recommend this title. If I had to put a number on it, I would give it an 8 out of 10. According to howlongtobeat.com, the main story plus side challenges takes about 17 hours to complete. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave me a comment. I usually pick a random word. Just type Kratos in the comments in some form, like from God of War. I would love to see that you made it this far. Thank you so much. So that was my review. What did you think? If you got any value from the video, make sure you give me some love and subscribe to the channel. There's definitely more where that came from. And I enjoyed making this review so much. I love this game. It's so good. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.